Hey everyone, it's Nurse Shar with the word about the struggles we face, changing those unhealthy behaviors and maintaining good ones. Welcome back to My Better Living. I'm your health and wellness coach, Nurse Shar. This channel, we discuss real challenges, real struggles for real people that want real change. If you love this content, make sure you click subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any videos. It's the new year, so it's only natural that we do a self-evaluation and try to figure out what are some of those unhealthy things that we want to change. For me, it's too much caffeine, too much starchy foods, and probably weekend binging. But if you're like me and you've tried to change a habit that you've had for some time, you know that it doesn't work by just snapping your fingers. You know that it's a real struggle sometimes to kick the old habits and usher in the new ones. One of the reasons it's so difficult to get rid of unhealthy habits is because we've already conditioned ourselves to be comfortable with those habits. We've lived with those habits for so long. How many of you remember the study about Pavlov's dog, where they basically conditioned the dog to have a very specific response to a specific stimuli? It's no different than what we do to ourselves with unhealthy habits. So I've conditioned myself in the morning to want caffeine to feel alert. I've conditioned myself to enjoy the comfort of starchy foods when I'm feeling hungry. I've conditioned myself that weekends are for fun, and so let the binging begin. But in order to change those habits, we have to uncondition ourselves to them and recondition ourselves to something healthier. But that's where the struggle comes in. Whenever the new year rolls around or we get a new bright idea, we get excited. It's new. We're like ready to go. And so we get all of our tools together, we get all of our supplies together, and we are ready to take on this new journey. And usually for the first little bit, it's exciting. We love it. We're all gung-ho. But at some point, we all hit that valley of despair. Now let's be honest. After about that second week of eating salad, you're probably going to be sick of it. After getting up really early in the morning to go work out, you're probably going to want to take a day or two to just sleep in. This is what I call the valley of despair, where there's going to come a point in time when you're trying to change those old unhealthy habits that you just get so sick of your new one. The novelty wears off. It's not fresh anymore. You actually feel the work coming on because you feel the toughness, the hard road that you're facing. And this is where a lot of people tend to give up. One thing we're probably not that good at is stopping ourselves from doing something that we really enjoy. We're not that great at holding ourselves accountable when we want to change a habit or when we're trying to adopt new ones. That's why accountability is probably one of the most important tools to changing unhealthy habits. Sharing your journey with someone, a friend, a family member, a support group, allows them to hold you accountable for the things that you want to do that maybe you're not that great at holding yourself accountable for. We are our own biggest barrier when it comes time to change those unhealthy habits. It's not going to be easy, but here's some tips that we can use in order to maintain these new habits so we can be successful by the end of the year. Changing an unhealthy habit starts first by identifying that unhealthy habit that you want to change. But in order to maintain it, you have to go a step further and identify the triggers for that unhealthy habit. I had a friend who, whenever she was stressed, she would just look for an ice cold Coca-Cola. A change from that would be whenever you're stressed, Maybe instead replacing that Coca-Cola with something healthy and recondition your body to wanting something healthier and positive for that same trigger. Next, we need to develop a plan. How exactly are we going to maintain this habit? A lot of times we just say, well, I'm just going to quit cold turkey and I'm not going to do this. But there should be certain things in place to guarantee you assurances. For instance, maybe you need to change your surroundings. Maybe you need to change those things that trigger you into that unhealthy habit. Maybe you need to bring somebody on board to help you be accountable for the things that you want to do and that you want to change. And then you can learn to hold yourself accountable when no one's around and no one's watching. And finally, you have to be patient with your change. It takes about 3 weeks for you to adopt and maintain new habits. It takes about 3 weeks for a new habit to be officially formed. So, consistency and patience with yourself over those 3 weeks are going to be the key in order to formulate new healthy habits for yourself. It's Nurse Shar, and I want to support you through your habit changing journey. I want to see you be successful this year, so let's support each other. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button, and remember, skinny isn't for everyone, but a healthy mind, body, and soul definitely is. 1, 2